Once Upon a Dream, the end. And this was when Aurora Rose was pretty sure everyone was supposed to wake up. The end? I'm still here, the prince said, rather unnecessarily, Aurora Rose thought. He ran a hand through his thick, dirty mane. Chunks of broken and burnt hair came out. At least I hope I'm still asleep. Aurora Rose regarded the pile of filth where Maleficent had died. In the middle of it, like it was the only real thing left, lay the giant needle spindle, still gleaming and sharp. Liana lay nearby, broken and torn apart. Her black eyes were open to the apocalyptic sky above. A cold wind blew over the degrading landscape. Aurora Rose took comfort that some place beyond the trees her people were safe. They said royal blood would break the spell, Philip continued. You killed the evil queen. What's going on? She wasn't a real queen. Her voice was strangely flat because of the desolate world and the lack of anything for sound to bounce off. She took a deep breath and winced when it hurt her ribs and chest. Hey, look, Philip said, pointing to the only other distinctive thing among the piles of trash and rubbish. It was the image of the real Aurora, asleep in her bed. He approached it and tried to walk through, like a door, but just pushed through it like it was air and wound up looking at it from behind. For just a moment, sleeping Aurora stirred, and Dream Aurora felt hope rise in her chest. But all sleeping Aurora did was drop an arm over the side of the bed. Her fingers uncurled as she relaxed back into deep sleep. A single crimson drop fell from the tip of her wounded index finger. Royal blood, Aurora Rose murmured. Royal blood. She knew what to do. Aurora Rose squared her shoulders and straightened her helmet. Then she turned back towards the spindle. Don't you dare, Philip said uneasily. Rose, what are you doing? She ignored him. Rose, stop! He leapt up just as she reached the sharp, ugly black thing. But all she did was touch her finger to it. Philip sighed in relief. Aurora Rose stiffened. The pain that ripped through her body wasn't that of a single pinprick. It was as if fire climbed up through her veins and then out through her ears, through her mouth, through her nose into the world. She gritted her teeth and tried to ignore it. That was what a queen would do. Cradling her bleeding finger, she walked slowly and carefully to the image of the sleeping princess. She looked at herself. The hollow cheeks, the beautiful hair, the slender neck, and the spotless gown. What a mess, she murmured. The little girl, the young woman, who could figure out an escape from her fake life and arrange marriage only through death, who'd never known enough to question anything. She took one last look around the bleak, terrible world where she controlled everything. It could be a paradise if she imagined it. She took another deep breath and reached through the image and held her own hand, touching blood to blood. The last time she had pricked her finger, it was to sleep forever. This time, it was to wake up and live.